It's not the time, guys. It's not the time. Stop rolling your fat doobies around because the clips that we have today, baffling, baffling. Like this video, subscribe if you're brand new. Roll it. We're gonna get into it.
On May 25th, 2024, workers on an oil platform in the Campos Basin, located between Rio de Janeiro and Espírito Santo, witnessed a mysterious light emanating from the seabed.
So a month ago.
Even though the light was seen by most of the crew, they couldn't figure out what was causing it. Right before the end of the video, the worker that was recording the incident explained that the sun was just setting, ruling out the possibility of the anomaly being sunlight going through clouds.
They were underwater.
Another intriguing aspect about this video is the intensity of the light, especially considering it was recorded when it was not yet fully dark, yet the light could still be clearly seen from far away.
Yeah, maybe take the ship on it, right? Like, park your ship on it and cause a solar eclipse for them aliens under. Yeah, do it, bro.
One of the theories that was raised to explain this incident is that it could be just bubbles from a gas leak. Given that the anomaly was only seen from afar by the workers, it gave the impression that it was a bright light, though this theory was never 100% confirmed. Apart from the 1-minute video that was shared online, it's unknown how the light faded away or if it was ever seen again by the crew.
Yeah. But I feel like that we need to park the ship on top of it and cause solar eclipse for them aliens. Cause what the hell? Why you on our planet like that, man?
Like the previous.
And you're not even telling us you're on, right? Like, yeah, just come out, it's gonna be alright, okay? And yeah.
This video, this incident also took place on May 25th, 2024. An anonymous witness was recording an approaching storm in Krakow, Poland, using his drone. Everything was normal until he reviewed his footage later that day and noticed an unusual object moving rapidly across the camera's field of view.
Whoa,
the object's exact speed is challenging to determine due to uncertainties regarding its size and distance from the camera, but analysis using artificial intelligence estimated that it was moving at 100 meters per second.
Sheesh.
Speculation arose that the...
Okay, so how far is the camera? Yo, it does not feel like that it's too far, right, from the UFO, but it certainly can be. It's very hard to say, but just at first glance, it doesn't feel like that the UFO in question is far away. And it's that small? Yeah, right? How small are the aliens inside, right? And is it even... Because here's the thing, right? And this is a very good question that some people ask, and I have seen that. What if, and I have read this argument too, what if like this UFO or some UFOs, or what if all the UFOs are just like, you know, just like how we have drones and this guy that's, you know, controlling the drone, he's not inside the drone, he's somewhere else controlling the drone, right? What if these UFOs are also like drones, alien drones, and they're somewhere else just controlling it? What if it's a video game for them, right? What if they think this is GTA and let me just go around and, you know what I mean, zigzag through the planets like that? What if it's that? Or what if this is just advanced technology and very classified, very secret technology, and it's ours? What if it's reverse engineered crap from the real alien UFOs? Or what if it's just like us? Yeah, right? Like, who knows?
The object might be an insect. But considering the altitude of the drone and the typical erratic movement of insects, this theory hasn't moved further. Also, a similar incident was already featured on this channel, where a white object was recorded reportedly moving at 10 times the speed of sound.
Sheesh.
Despite multiple efforts to identify this fast-moving object that was recorded dashing through the skies of Poland, its origin still remains a mystery. Additionally, no follow-up on this incident.
Yeah, that's me when my girl says that, hey, I'm home alone, daddy's not around, and I'm like, sheesh, I gotta like go fast, you know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, they were in a hurry.
Has been provided by the author of the video.
By the way, I'm not taking, just saying, I'm still on the market, so I'm not taking.
On July 4th, 2019, a resident of Albuquerque, New Mexico was out watching fireworks in his backyard.
Breaking Bad, huh?
Nothing was out of the ordinary, but things took a dark turn when he saw a black object coming down from the sky.
Sheesh.
According to the witness, the object came down really fast until it suddenly stopped and hovered right over his house before changing course towards the street. The object was described as matte black, surrounded by some kind of field. It also made rumbling noises when its exhaust fired up, similar to the sound of jets. Regarding how the object got away, The witness explained that it started sparkling and giving off a lot of smoke until it dissipated into nothing.
Then it might not be a UFO. UFO can be. I mean, you never know, right? Like, that's what UFO stands for, unidentified flying object. We just don't know, right? But I'm thinking, because you always hear this, that they don't make any sound. So, was this making sound? The answer from this story is yes. So what if this is one of ours? What if this is reverse engineered test happening?
This wasn't the only sighting of this particular object. In October 2009, in Caversham, UK, a similar object was witnessed by a family on their way to a fair. One of the kids started shouting and pointing at the sky. When his mom looked and expected to see a plane, she saw a huge...
The UFOs were seen by a mum. Yeah, okay, so that's definitely UK. Mum, yeah, that's how they're right. Oh man, these cheeky bastards.
Rotating object emanating a bright orange light. After a few seconds, the light went out, but the object was still rotating. In complete shock, the whole family watched the object hover in a straight path until it eventually vanished in the dark sky. Despite the 10-year gap between these sightings, many believe the objects observed were the same due to their similar shapes and behaviors. However, as of the publication date of this video, the origins of these objects in both cases remain a mystery.
Uh-oh. I wonder how many... Because, like, people have seen the triangle-shaped UFOs so many times, right? So, every time they see a triangle-shaped UFO, is that the same triangle-shaped UFO? Or it's different, but the same? Different, because, like... You know what I mean, right? Like, is it the same UFO, same one? Or same version, but
on March
different
13th, 1997, an event known as the Phoenix Lights occurred over the southwestern states of Arizona and Nevada in the United States. This phenomenon was widely observed by numerous people, leading to consistent reports from witnesses in both states. Tim Lay and his family were among those who provided detailed testimony about what they saw during this sighting.
Hal and I had been coming back from visiting some friends, and normally we tried to eat dinner by 8 o'clock. We were running a little late, pulled into the driveway. Hal was sitting in the front, and as I came around to the side of the door, he looked out the side window, and he saw up in the direction of Prescott 5 distinct lights that it actually looked like they were on top of a balloon.
As they looked up at the sky, Mr. Lay and Hal thought that it was a balloon with lights. Even though at first the lights seemed close to each other, as the object approached, the distance between the lights kept increasing. That is when Tim and his wife, Bobby, who came from inside to take a look, thought that it was a formation of helicopters. But only after a few minutes did they manage to figure out the shape of the unidentified object.
As we were standing there watching it, after a few minutes, maybe 6 or 8 minutes, I'm not sure, all of a sudden, instead of being 5 lights in a round arc shape, the lead light seemed to come out in the front, and now it looked like a V formation flying towards us. All of a sudden, I caught the image of what it was. I could see its outline. It was almost the same exact color of the sky, but because...
And we had like so many people giving the same kind of testimony. This was big. This was big, and initially they did say, oh no, military exercise. Oh, flares, bro, it's a flare, military exercise. Later on, I believe they changed their statement, alright? I don't remember, but I believe they said they just didn't know what it was. So basically saying UFO. And thousands of people saw it. So this is not delusion. This is not... Something happened. Something happened. I wish better cameras were around, or I wish something like that happens again where, you know, all of us could see. But I guess later on they're just gonna come out and say that you're just dreaming. It's just Elon Musk or, you know, the SpaceX program. I guess that's gonna be the explanation probably if something like that were to happen again.
It was passing over the line. It was almost the same exact color of the sky, but because it was passing over stars, the stars were being blocked out and then come back after it passed. And it looked like an actual, very geometric Carpenter square.
After a few more minutes, Mr. Lay explained that the object seemed to have dropped altitude and was hovering right above the street. His grandson and several other children, who had been excitedly watching the object, suddenly became frightened. As the object kept moving, Tim explained how the object got away between two mountains.
Live up on probably about 1,200 feet above sea level. We're in a little valley above Phoenix, and surrounded by this valley are like little mountain peaks. And there's this two peaks, and in the middle of it, a little hill. This thing went right through the crack in the mountain. It flew right through there. It didn't go over the top. It just barely fit.
Mr. Lay assures that he had never seen anything like this before.
People had a lot of details to give, and most of the record checks out, right? Thousands of people that have seen it, a lot of them came forward, talks about it, and all of their I guess statements checks out. It's similar. It's very similar. Some people saying that it was multiple UFOs, and yeah, makes sense, right? Like the lights, so all of that. And a lot of people are saying at first it looked like multiple UFOs, but then when they saw it fly over their head, it was as though it was just like one big giant UFO. And a lot of people said that some people felt multiple UFOs, but others felt like it was multiple. But then it's like when it flied over and they could see it from a good angle, and they were like, yeah, it's a one UFO. So we had a lot of people actually saying that. I think something definitely happened that day.
Given that the object was about 700 feet long and moved at only 10 to 15 miles an hour, which doesn't explain how such a large object could maintain momentum at such a low speed.
When we talk about this, people get picky and they say, well, you know, was it 200 feet? Was it 182 feet away? Is it 12 feet wide?
They wouldn't know.
Etc. Listen,
I mean, they were not there with a measurement tape, right? They were not there in the sky, like measuring it with the tape or anything like that. They wouldn't know the exact details.
Listen, it was freaking huge. It was going, you know, etc. Listen, it was freaking huge. It was going really slow. It had these big lights in it. It didn't make a sound. That's the point. It was there. We saw it. There's no doubt in our minds whatsoever what we saw. My wife and I work. He goes to school. That's our lives. We're normal folks. We're nothing special.
Despite being widely regarded as one of the most important UFO incidents in history,
my wife works, my kid go to school. We're normal people. Yeah, I mean, you cannot get any normal than that, bro.
Characterized by numerous reports and a multitude of witnesses across 2 states, the true origins of that mysterious object remain unknown even decades later. But now, if you made it this far into the video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to this channel. You can also support us by becoming a member by clicking on the join button below. It will help immensely. I also want to take a moment to thank all of the members of the channel. A big thanks to Paul Gardner II, Christine Smith.
Okay, we're gonna skip it.
With that being said, let's jump back to where we stopped.
Oh, yeah. 2024 Georgia lights. Okay. Oh crap. Hopefully as big as
in May
Phoenix
2024,
lights?
In Georgia, USA, Reddit user Tightkin9955 posted an odd 1-minute video where a fast-moving light can be seen crossing the skies. Initially, the assumption was that it could be a plane, but the poster quickly dismissed this idea after focusing on a passing plane for comparison. Just a few seconds later, another light entered the frame, this one moving in a different direction. It's also worth noting that the lights seem to make slight turns, but that could be just the camera movement. When questioned about the object's movement, the Redditor claims that when he first spotted the main orb, it was going directly over his house and coming back several times. He also claims that those lights aren't planes since he lives next to an airfield, so he is used to seeing planes going around. Another theory that was raised by the UFO community suggested that those lights were satellites, but the fact that they were moving so fast and that they didn't disappear after a few seconds, as they usually stop reflecting the sunlight, leaves room for doubt. Lastly, another interesting fact in the discussion of this video is the number of similar sightings reported in the comment section, ranging from Sacramento, Tennessee, Florida, and all the way to Italy. Even though we have footage about this incident and a few similar reports from all around the USA, it is still uncertain if those objects were indeed satellites. Since the video was posted online, it is unknown if those lights were seen again by the original poster.
Okay.
And there you have it.
Guys, check out this video on the screen because we recently had a ton of other clips as well, and apparently we had this big X CIA official coming out and actually leaking the truth about Area 51. Not sure if you guys were able to catch it or not. Check it out and I'll see you right there. If you have already seen it, then check out the video on the left.